Hi, my name is attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. I'm with Disability Resolution, a Social Security disability law firm that's mostly based in Florida at this point. We are growing into other areas, but that's kind of our home base is, specifically Orange County. All right, let's go ahead and begin. These are the top 10 bizarre things that people did to get a denial. I'm telling you them because I want you to be, I guess, not just able to not do them, but also to see why they shouldn't be done, because then you can apply it to a whole theme. It's like if you're playing the guitar and, John Mayer says, hey, here's the lick. And he says, but go learn what the lick came from. That's kind of what we're doing here. We're not just doing, here's what they did that's stupid. We're doing the, hey, here's where this whole theme comes from. Don't do this, because this overall arching theme is going to get you denied. Okay. So here's another thing that somebody did that was not thinking, but you have to understand, up until before this whole Black Lives Matter thing really took off, before all of, the big, moments out there where they're painting it on the street, where they're, doing these big, get-togethers and chop and chaz, and, it's creating these communities about changing, police force and stuff like that. Before all the protests, right, there was a term. And it was basically the N-word and then rig, right? So some of you guys have known this because it's been used, by many people all in all throughout, yada, yada, yada. So it's the N-word plus rig. It's when you're working on something and you didn't really do a good job on it. You taped it together. You didn't use the right bolts. You didn't use the right screws. You just kind of put it together in an improper way, but it worked, right? You got it to the point where it was capable of being utilized for the purpose of it, but it's not pretty. It's not going to hold, but it worked. Okay, so I had a claimant who basically was a white guy, nice guy, and problem was that he said the N-word plus rigged, right, what he said, about his car to be able to get to the hearing that day. The problem was that we had an African-American judge, and the African-American judge, remember, they're humans, you know what I mean? I know these judges are supposed to be neutral, impartial, and, great keepers of judicial whatever. And I get that. And, and I respect the chair that they sit in. Even though I have a terrible squeaky chair, they have a nice one, and I respect it. But you got to understand, they're humans too. So when you say a racially charged slur that has a history of saying you did a crap job repairing something, automatically that's going to put an emphasis on the judge to raise an eyebrow. So the problem with that is not that he just said that for this video. What I'm trying to get across to you is that any type of weird racial yada yada, like if it's a slur or it's you're denouncing something about their culture, or you're saying that, or even if you're in front of a particular type of judge and you make fun of a culture's food, or you make fun of a holiday, that is specific to that culture, if it's Day of the Dead or whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is, just don't bring that into your testimony. And I know that you're sitting there thinking, I would never be so stupid, so dumb to say, N-word rigged to get, this is what I did in my car so that I could get here today for this hearing. I know you guys wouldn't do that. But here's the other side, and I just want to bring this point up. When you are facing that judge, when you are looking uphill at that judge, right? You are not saying what you would normally say. Your brain is not working how it would normally work. I've seen it time after time. Some of you are great at it. The actors, you guys are great at it. Some of you are not good at acting. Some of you guys are not great poker players. Some of you guys you start saying weird stuff. And that's what happened. He probably came from a culture where that was a totally acceptable term to say it in any environment, right? The problem with that is that he was now being faced with an individual who has a history related to it, which is negative. So all of a sudden, now we've got a situation where the judge is not happy because he feels, racially attacked, and the claimant said something that to him probably doesn't mean what it means to him. And now you've got these two competing forces of have to be impartial, but I'm a human, and this is what I came from, I can't help it. And of course, this guy got denied because, it could have been anything. It could have been any reason. But deep down, it was a good claim, and he still got denied. So I had to sit back and say, what was the cause? The cause was as clear as day to me. It could have been something else. But when I read the denial brief, the cause was as clear as day to me. All right. So with that said, I just want you to be aware that there's other things that are like this, maybe not as bad as this, that you should just think about before you answer when it comes to this stuff. All right. My name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. I'm with Disability Resolution PA. Have an absolutely wonderful day. I'll catch you a little bit later. And remember, if you want the most up-to-date information or you want a video made about a particular topic, shoot me an email, or I think we're putting a little like blog thingy in there where you can go ahead and just add it to the list, and then I'll go ahead and make videos about that when I get a chance. Also, spaceconstitution.com, I'm building out the details about the future space constitution, the different types of rights that people will have in categorical reference. So you'll have inalienable rights, you'll have operable rights, you'll have sentient rights and things like that in categorical reference. Relevance rather. So I'm building that out. If you guys are into the first open source constitution, spaceconstitution.com, it's for future sovereign nations being started in space. It's the first constitution that will be built by the people. It's kind of a cool idea. All right. My name is Attorney Walter Hnot. I'm with Disability Resolution PA. Have an absolutely wonderful day. I'll catch you later. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.